About stuff in the black community. Black people do the most spell work on each other in secret, more in secret, but we do it in micro doses and in each other's face. Black people do the most spell work on each other in little doses to each other's face, and then in secret go real hard on the spell work. And it's really wow. Okay, I've been putting it to the test, testing even like how what happens in my life when I don't get on video on this channel. So like when I don't get on video for like a good week on this channel, all of a sudden my breakthroughs come faster, my hair stops shedding, and I'm sleeping better. But then as soon as I show up on this channel and I can sense toxicity in the black community in the comments, all of a sudden there's spell work I'm breaking. And this is like on a weekly basis, okay? Black people will not stop doing spell work on each other. It is so out of control and so common doing hoodoo, okay? Hoodoo on each other. You know, strongly believing that they could just block a black person for no good reason. You know, just doing hoodoo, looking at pictures and cursing pictures and stuff, stalking each other just to hate. It's wild. Like when I go, I'm just telling the truth. When I go like a whole month and I only speak to like a few people who donated to this channel who are black, and I don't talk to no black people for a month, all of a sudden, whatever obstacles I have, if they're going away, okay? The jealous energy in the black community is so rampant and so strong, okay? There is jealousy just for other black people just trying to have growth. You don't even got to have growth yet. Just trying to have growth triggers hate in the black community. If you say you're trying to get a business off the ground, hate come. If you say you're trying to grow your hair long, curses come. And I know because I don't have any white friends. I don't hang out with white people in my community. I just have black people giving me negative energy in my community. I don't have white family members that I see. So when I get spell work, I know it's coming from black folks. And I'm just like, why? Like, why are we putting these spells on each other? On each other's money, finances, kids, just all kind of stuff, y'all. And y'all, some of y'all are living in delusions if y'all thinking that all the spell work's coming from the white people. It's not. Okay? Whenever somebody, and I'm not saying all white people feel this way, but when there are white people who feel like they're superior, they're not doing spell work on you. It's the people that's competing with you who think they're going to win the favors of the white people. They're doing the spell work. Okay? People who chose the wrong people in life and now taking it out on random black people, they're doing the spell work. When people post negative comments about me, that's spell work. When people drop a comment hating on another black person and flee, basically you did spell work and left. I don't know why black people don't understand the power of words. Okay? Why we don't see that we're doing spell work on each other when we just shading. And it has to stop. Okay? I haven't been in the black community in the last few years because I'm so sick of it. I'm sick of having to clear out spell work. Hi, everybody. Okay. See? Like I'm saying right now, how somebody's calling me a man, and you can clearly hear that I'm a woman. Like, when men call women bro, that's spell work. That's spell work on a woman. See what I'm saying? We are not mindful with our language that we use for each other. Men are calling women men who aren't even men. Random men are calling random women gay who's not even gay. This has got to stop. I have gotten way more random insults from black people than I have ever gotten from white people. And then what get me is when I talk to black people, they always want to complain about society and their money problems. Don't complain. You're shading other black people. That's your karma coming back. That's your karma coming back. Like if I'm not going to look at a black man and say, "What's up, girl?" That would be spell work on him because that would be me trying to pull him out of his masculine energy. When men say bro to black women, it's disrespectful. I don't care if you think it's your ghetto language or not. It is spell work. And this is why some black people are no longer doing free stuff for the black community, not opening their doors, not offering no sugar, nothing. Because the generation that came out, the Generation X, the older generation, and the generation that came after Generation X is being abusive. Okay, this has to stop. 55-year-olds, 50-some-year-olds, and 60-some-year-old people being abusive, doing spell work on people, on other black people. 30-some-year-olds doing spell work. All this hate. But the black community, only time the black community will fall back from doing spell work is when it's like chasing some opportunity or benefit from that person. If I came in here and I was like giving out money and dollars, nobody would do spell work on me. If I was in here, if I was in this video right now, offering free stuff to the black community, I probably wouldn't get one negative comment in this live. So what this says is, in the black community, there's so much opportunist energy that it's like, unless you got an opportunity for me, I need to do spell work on you. That's what's happening in the black community. And this is why I haven't yet to publish my PDFs. Because frankly, I'm sorry, but I feel like the black community does not deserve me. I know how powerful I am spiritually. I know things, sacred things, spiritual things. And I feel like, why am I going to put that out there for the benefit of the black community too? And I see how it has no respect for my hard work. Like maybe I should have a membership VIP list. I don't think I want to sell my PDFs publicly. Since the black community does not respect older Generation X, as if we're baby boomers. Like I feel like if the black community has no respect for Generation X, then Generation X people they need to not do anything else for the black community. Then let the millenniums and the younger generation fend for themselves then. Let them only have the baby boomers. I see how Mary J. Blige is attacked. I see how every single Generation X woman, celebrity woman is constantly attacked, yet they are not baby boomers. And it's like, it's no wonder why they don't offer discounts on their tickets for their concerts, why they don't do any more charity stuff, because lack of respect, all the spell work. I feel like people feel like, oh, they can't really attack 70-year-old people, baby boomers, so we'll just go after Generation X. When Generation X did the right thing, we voted for Carrie. Okay? The black people in Generation X, most of us voted for Carrie. We was outnumbered by the baby boomers who voted for the Bushes. Okay? The Bush family. We was outnumbered. And that's when things started to go downhill. If you look, the grants were being removed. The minimum wage only went up to $7. Inflation, everything started to raise and double and triple, but minimum wage did not go up much. Minimum wage went up maybe $1.45. That's it. Um when the first Bush guy came in, that's when it started going downhill. That's when some of the grants and the loans were cut. Where college kids could not get grants anymore. Like there was this one big grant that was cut. Okay, Generation X, remember, it was 2000, it was in the early 2000 when Kerry lost the election. That's when everything went downhill. That's when the job market got real bad. Massive, it was another recession that happened when Bush got in office. That's when it was a lot of layoffs of black people. See, I remember how the unemployment offices started to shut down at that time. So people need to stop beating up on Generation X because we tried. We tried to get someone in office. We voted for Kerry. We tried to get somebody in office who would raise the minimum wage and add more grants to colleges. But we were beaten by the baby boomers and their parents who were still alive. My grandma was still alive. My grandparents were still alive, and my parents were still alive. So two generations beat Generation X in that election. Now, this is why I say that's why the millennials and the younger generation are falling. They're falling into karma because they are attacking the wrong generation. Look, Generation X knew. We knew by the time we turned almost 30, we knew that America was cooked. We knew. This is why some of us said, why even get off? Why even work 40 hours? We might as well just work 10 jobs. It's cooked. We knew. We knew when we were working 40 hours a week and we had to go to food banks. We were going to food banks too. This is what gets me like I don't know why people think these videos of our clubs and our nightclubs mean that we were living easy and we had it made. No, it was pretty effing hard back then. We were still doubled up, tripled up in the home, roommates. I remember me and my man had two people living with us in a 2-bedroom apartment trying to pay for the rent and the gas and electric. So I'm tired of black people looking at other black people and saying, oh, you have gray in your hair. Time to do spell work on you. Everyone with gray in their hair this black is not a baby boomer. It's not even at the top of Generation X. Some of us has decided never to color our hair. Just because somebody got black hair don't mean they don't got gray hair. Somebody could be coloring their hair. There's plenty of black people that color their hair. So I'm sick and tired of people saying somebody look old because they got gray, but not looking at the fact that they don't got crow's feet. Like I don't got none of those lines or nothing. But still, it's like, oh, I think you're a baby boomer because you got a patch of gray. Time to attack and do spell work. And it's like, this is disrespectful. And then there's people going on YouTube saying, oh, black people are aging faster. No, we're not. Black people are not aging faster. They're saying that trying to hate on Generation X because Generation X has decided to not, some of us has decided not to color our hair. We're leaving we're trying to get out of the 90s energy where we was dyeing our hair and straightening our hair. So it's not that we're getting older faster. We're not hiding the gray anymore. But it's like, I'm so sick and tired of black people seeing other black people in their raw state, no makeup on, no hair dye, and saying you're old. But it's like, what do you look like without your texturizer and your S curl and your foundation makeup and all of the stuff you're putting on? What do you look like? Like, I'm sick of non-natural black people calling other black people who's natural auntie and old. And it's like, you're not natural though. You're walking around with wigs and weaves and colors, even the men with texturizers, jerry curls in their hair, their roots not showing, their natural roots not showing, with this black indie Remy hair dye in their hair, like coal black, and then like calling other natural black people old. That's narcissistic, and it's like rampant in the black community. It's like, if you're natural in the black community, you're cramping another black person's style, so they have to say something negative to you. But it's like, what get me is that we want respect from white people, don't we? Then why don't we respect each other when we're natural? When we are natural, minding our own business, show respect. We're not even ready to ask for respect from the white people yet. We don't know how to leave each other alone when we are enjoying our blackness. We just can't stop monitoring each other's growth and genetics. It's disgusting. Like, even when I running the subs off the channel, they want it. It's like they look at me trying to do this real good evaluation, and then they'll have something to say. Oh, I thought you was bigger. Oh, I thought you would be taller. Oh, you look. Shut up! Like, you met me. Like, why? Why are you giving an assessment of my blackness, of my womanness? This is ridiculous. This is why I don't even like to talk to subs when I run into them to the street. When I run into black subs in the street, they gotta have something to say about what they thought I would look like based upon my videos. And it's like, why are you even focused on that? If anything, you should be trying to milk me for more information. You should be trying to get on my good side to see what else I know spiritually. Like, y'all, it's I mean, why don't we realize that, like, it there is, hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Why don't we realize that there is progress. There is progress in trying to get on each other's good side. But I don't like that we feel like, oh, we got to be sleeping with each other, working with each other and each other's family to care about getting on each other's good side. Why is it optional to get on each other's good side? Like, why do we think that it's super easy to make it without each other? When it's not. No other race group is running to our rescue. Yet we put spell work on each other like we can make it without each other. Y'all, it's wild. Hi, everybody. I got a wake-up pill for the black community. You're not making it without other black folks. Not like you really can. The progress is going to be slower. Because to be honest, a lot of people are scared of us. And if some of us are scared of each other because of the negativity, you can imagine the fear that other races have for us. If they see how we are treating each other, you can imagine how scared they get of us. Seeing, and I'm going to keep it real, seeing how quick we can put on weight and build muscle versus them. How so many of us is 5'7" and up at least, due to our African genetics. We're towering over some of the other races. We have plenty of black men that's 6 foot and 7 foot, and black women 5'8". We're towering over them. And then we're sitting there disrespecting each other, and that's scary. That's scaring them. With our strong genetics, I think that we need to practice being nicer because our genetics is intimidating. It's it's hard to compete with. It's already hard to compete with. That's how I feel about it. You don't gotta agree with me. I'm a black woman, and I have literally seen some black women who and I'm not talking about their body. They face alone, I would be like, wow, if I was able to go to a grocery store and pick out some black people's features, I'd probably pick her lips, and I'd pick her eyes, and I'd pick her ears. And I'm just saying, I have seen some really dynamic looking black women. But it's like, that only stretches me so far when it's like bad attitudes. Like we as a race can look way better than we look if we just be nicer to each other. Some people genuinely think we're ugly because they keep seeing ugly versions of us, the way we treat each other. If other races keep seeing us negative to each other, they're not going to think we're cute. They're not going to think we're attractive. How many of y'all have thought somebody was ugly because of their negativity? Well, people make fun of us sometimes because they actually see us as clowns because how we are clowning around with each other. I'm tired of breaking spell work when I don't even hang out around white people. So where is this spell work coming from? It's coming from black YouTube. It's coming from the ignorant black women that live around me in this neighborhood who has disrespected me. I don't have white people coming for my throat. The white people in my community around here are nice and pleasant. They're well established. They got everything they want and need, so they have no reason to do spell work on me. I am sick and tired of sensing young women under 40 and women over 50 doing spell work on me. I'm tired of sensing baby boomers doing spell work on me and 30-year-old women doing spell work on me. When you have been around spell work a lot, you can sense where it's coming from, even what group of people and what age group is probably coming from. Your scriptures will even tell you that. The season in which this spell work come for you. This spell work was coming for me. It was coming for me around the Earth Moon, okay, which could be still Africa, African American. So some African American masculine woman was doing spell work on me over the last 30 days. If y'all ever want to know, have an idea who's doing spell work on you at the time, look at the moon. The moon is about secrets and witchcraft and spell work and potions and things like that. And all of that. Okay? So, especially if you look at the house, like we know that recently if we were in self-care energy and this spell work came on me during a Taurus moon. I'm like, okay, so it's some dried up older woman or some broken down younger woman who's masculine and out of shape doing spell work on me, and it's an African American woman. It's African Americans, Taurus moon. Or at least they're doing root work on me, hoodoo of some kind. When the spell work was on me recently, all of a sudden I heard hoodoo. I said, okay, some witch is doing hoodoo on me. Root work. I had to literally, this spell work keeps coming on my hair over and over. Somebody on this channel is jealous as hell of the strength of my hair. Some old bald-headed witch on this channel. So I literally had to seal My hair. I have to keep sulfur in my hair right now because somebody will not stop doing spell work on my hair. They're doing spell work on my crown chakra, Empress energy, being disrespectful. You know, trying to, curse my money. When people curse your money, they're also cursing your hair. These broken down people, broken down women, sitting up there hating on other women who's getting it. I had a couple women come in my live video over the last month, just shouting at me, negative energy, shouting at me, all during the Taurus moon. Mad at their grandmothers and thinking, oh, I'm their grandmother age. I'm not your grandmother. To all the little broken down millennial women on here that let themselves get out of shape and young. Don't blame me for the bad lessons that your grandmother gave you, because they gave me the same damn bad lesson. Okay? Your grandma gave me the same, my grandma taught me the same damn thing you was taught. We in the same boat. Except I jumped shit. People need to understand those lessons, those lessons that some of the 30-year-old women were taught. Generation X people were taught too. But some of us rebelled. I rebelled. And my family punished me for it. I got punished for rebelling, and I don't care. Okay? I'm not the generation X woman that was corrupted by the baby boomers who said 9-to-5 job will save you. I didn't teach my daughter that. As a matter of fact, I'm not a big supporter of her with the 9-to-5 job. I told her I'm not gonna turn my back against her. You know? But I'm kind of disappointed that she's not starting her own business when she was before she met this guy. Now all of a sudden he got her caught up in thinking the 9-to-5 job is just the only way to go. So I'm a Generation X. It's like it been cooked, okay? 9-to-5 job is not safe. It's only for making money to start a business. That's what it's for, and that's really what it always was for. It's just that we don't have the loan options that we had before. Back in the day, people could work 9-to-5, save up money, put a down payment with a loan on a home, on a business, a private business, and then quit their 9-to-5 job. Hi, everybody. But now we just don't have all the grants and all the loans. You know, BC, it started before Generation X. Before Generation X, you was able to, the banks would be lenient if you didn't have no credit. But somewhere when Bush got elected, it was right around the Johnny Gamage case, I remember, where it was like, if you don't got no credit, it's bad credit. Suddenly, no credit was bad credit. That means Generation X was caught. How could we get a mortgage loan if we don't have no credit? We need the mortgage loan to build credit. So we was being tricked. We was being gaslighted. They were doing that on purpose so that Generation X would stay dependent on the baby boomers. We would have no choice. We would have no choice but to be a slave in the 9-to-5 job. That we would not be able to start our own businesses. They did that on purpose. They told, Generation X people were told, you don't got no credit, you got bad credit. That's what we were told. No credit was the same as bad credit. I'm gonna start this video again and get on part 2, okay? All right, y'all. I'll be back on in a few minutes.